Sorry. I've been meaning to do this update video for like 2 weeks. I apologize. If you've been following along on my iMarketsLive Harmonic Scanner M15 strategy, or also been calling it the Ninja strategy, our team actually calls it the Quick Fire strategy. I wanted to give you an update on my results because I've had people ask me, Andie, are you still, are you still utilizing the same strategy? How's it going? Are you losing? Are you winning? What's the deal? So this video today, which is, let's see, today's Wednesday, September 20th, I thought I'd give you a quick update on how I'm doing with this strategy. Now, I will say I've learned some lessons. I'm going to share those with you. Also, if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you just happen to come across my channel, first of all, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button below. I'm going to continue updating you with training and results and strategies for trading on the forex market. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say Ninja strategy or harmonic scanner, come to my channel and check out. You can look at this video. This will come right when you'll see this right when you come to my page or to my channel. I've got different videos throughout that talk about this harmonic scanner strategy. In fact, this video right here, I actually do a live example of a trade, how to get into the trade using this quick fire strategy, where you have a goal that you set for a daily amount of pips that you want to achieve. I'm not going to go into the strategy in this video because I've done a lot of videos on the strategy, but I just wanted to give you guys some results today. So let me pull up my spreadsheet. All right, so here is my spreadsheet, and again, this is just a quick little spreadsheet that I put together to kind of track my progress every week using this quickfire or M15 harmonic strategy. My daily goal is my daily goal is 10 pips per day, and I'm trading a lot size of 0.01 right now because I'm still testing. I'm making sure that my results are consistent. And if you are going to try this, guys, I would highly recommend join iMarketsLive, start working with the scanner on a demo account. Demo. I would suggest you demo this for 2 to 4 weeks until you feel comfortable and that you're getting 10 pips per day every day, minimum. Okay. So with that being said, let's scroll down. So week 1, and I've kind of totaled this up by week. So week 1, I achieved 87.2 pips per the week. And my goal is, keep in mind, my daily goal is 10. So I'm looking for a weekly goal of 50. My goal is to get 50 pips per day consistently. Now you might say that's only $5 profit. That's right. But once I increase my lot size and I start leveraging more and I build up my account, let's say I trade a lot size of 5, still only have to get 10 pips a day. That is $500 a day, 50 pips a week. Still, this doesn't change, guys. My daily and my weekly goal, they don't change. The only thing that changes is my leverage, what I'm risking, my lot size. And you can see the profits go up, and that will just compound over time. If you haven't seen that video I did where I talk about, starting with, I think it was $1,000 and turning that into like 900 and some thousand after 5 or 6 years, you need to see that video because that's the power of this whole thing, of this whole trading and building up this account that will compound over time way more than your 401k would ever think of doing, or even your savings or checking account. So anyway, I digress. Sorry. So week 1 total 87.2. Week 2 107.9. And guys, I will get to my I'll get to my lessons learned here in just a second. So week 2 I was doing good. I actually doubled my goal. So my weekly goal is 50 pips per week. I got 107.9. Week 3, let's see how I did. 99. So again, I almost doubled my goal. My weekly goal is 50 pips. So week 3 I achieved 99. And I have some notes all along here, kind of for my own good. But it also helps me remember what I did and why and what not to do again. So let's go down to week 4. And I am in week, let's see, I think I'm in week 6 already. This is crazy, guys. I'm in week 6. So let's look at week 4. Week 4 was a big week. Look at all the trades that I ended up taking. The first day was only 4.2, but then I had 42.7. There's a loss right there. There's a couple of losses. Again, you guys, you're going to have losses, and you have to expect to have losses, okay? 60.6 that day. There's a 67.7 pip loss, but also on that same day, check that out, 228.1. I think that was a day where, I don't know what happened, I can't remember exactly, but the candle just shot up there. It was amazing. Anyway, 36.7, 6.5. So week 4, my 4th week into this, I 6 times my goal. My goal, remember, my goal is 50 pips per week. I got 327.7. Okay, so doing good, still doing good. Week 5, this was last week. Here I ran into some problems, and again, this is I'm gonna go into some lessons learned. If you are utilizing this strategy, again, I hope you're demo trading it just to test it out. But I want to go over some things with you. So I was doing okay. I was coming along. Again, the goal is to really only my goal anyway. You can set your own goals for yourself, but my goal, and I'm gonna bring up a notepad so I can start kind of writing this down so you guys can get some of this. My goal is to only really do 2 or 3 trades a day. So, Harmonic Scanner strategy goal is 2 to 3 trades per day, 10 pips per day. Because guys, I'll be honest, I work full time. I work in corporate America full time. I don't have a lot of time, so this is a perfect strategy for me. Actually, no matter what you do, this is a great strategy for you because there's always a trade. There is always a trade to take, especially when you're looking at the 15-minute charts. All right, so my goal, 2 to 3 trades per day, 10 pips per day. Now, if we come into week 5, I was doing okay. Here's one, and I'll come back to the lessons learned here in a second. But I thought this was interesting. This one took only 13 minutes to get 10 pips. So can you imagine? Let's think about that. 13 minutes to get 10.4 pips. And let's say, again, my pips right now, you know, I'm only doing a 0.01 lot size. Let's go back up to our little table up here. Let's say I was trading a lot size of 5. Okay, my dollar amount per pip would be $50. So let's scroll back down, $50 per pip, and I had 10.4 pips. I'm no genius, but I know that that's about $500, right? So 10.4. I'm fat fingering everything. 10.4 times 50. That'd be $520 from one trade. That I only spent 13, and I didn't spend 13 minutes doing it. I spent about 30 seconds entering the trade and then just kind of monitoring how it was doing. Okay, that's the power of this strategy. Awesome. All right, so let's keep going down and look at this. And this is where I want to talk with you about not good. I ended up negative 435.2 pips. Now, because I'm trading a lot size of 0.01, that's only $43. But still, that's a lot of money when I'm trying to consistently get 10 pips a day, right? 435 is not a good thing. Well, what did I do? What happened? Well, here's some more of my lessons. Do not trade right before going to bed. And I put that in caps because I need to tell myself that, because I love, you guys, this strategy and trading on Forex is so fun and exciting. I have to contain myself. So, because I would keep making trades all day long. It's somewhat addicting. Sorry, hope you don't have. If you have an addictive personality, this might not be for you. But anyway, what happened was on this one was I set this trade up right before I went to bed, and because again I work full time, I got to get up early in the morning, get my kids off to school, and then get to work. Well, I thought, you know what, I'll set this trade, and the trade didn't, I wasn't getting pips. It was kind of just hovering, not really doing anything. And instead of closing the trade, or putting a stop loss in, which I didn't do either. I didn't close out the trade. I didn't put a stop loss in. I'm like, I'll just go to sleep, and when I wake up, it's all going to be fine. Everything will be great. Oh, no. I woke up, and I was like, what the heck happened? What the heck happened? So, one of my big lessons, do not trade before going to bed. And I guess I could say, without putting a stop loss in, so that you don't get too far deep into the negative. You know, you got to watch that, or just don't trade right before going to bed. I mean, that's an easy, to me, that's an easy solution, right? Do not trade right before going to bed, unless you're going to stay up. I mean, if you're staying up all night, fine. You can monitor the trade or put a stop loss in, so you don't do what happened here. And then this other one, I don't know what happened here, but I think it's the same thing. What I find myself doing, and here's another lesson for you all, do not let the trade keep going bad. And what I mean by that is, I am a very competitive person, number one. I have problems with losing, I guess. I don't know. And this trading thing, you're going to lose, so get used to it. You got to be used to that. It's got to be part of your mindset. But I keep thinking, okay, the trade's going to come back. The trade's going to come back. It's going to come back, and it never does. And I just keep letting it go and letting it go and letting it go. Do not let the trade keep going. You need to figure out how much you're willing to risk. And typically, you know, I would say 1 to 3% risk on your account. So if you have, for example, if you have $1,000 account, risk is 1%. Okay, you only want to risk 1% of 1,000 per trade. Otherwise, you're going to lose your account. You're going to just, it will happen. Trust me, it will happen. Okay, so let's keep going. So that week 5 was a bad week. Look at that. I had minus 390, and the big part of it was this negative 427. Again, I'm going to come back to this again. Do not trade before going to bed. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it unless you have a stop loss in place. Okay. All right, week 6. This is where we are now. So look at this. I had 58.1. That was one trade. That was on Sunday, I think, of this week. 36.4. Now I wanted to make a little note here. Look at this. This is a negative, but it's only negative 6.9. Guys, you can have negative trades. Just don't let them go to 400 and some 400 and some pips like I did up here. Because I still made my daily goal of 10 pips. I was at 36.4 pips. So I made a little note here that I did place a trade shortly before bed, but then I closed it. And I'm getting better. I need a support group, like I said before on a previous video. All right? And then, let's see. Yesterday I did 35.7. And this was an old trade from about 3 weeks ago. So, you know, again, I'm learning as I go. If I did not keep the trades going for so long, I would have never had this trade open on from 8:31. It did end up positively, but you got to manage that, and that's, you know, that's especially if it's negative, that could be, you know, you're leveraging your account. So, as of today, so far I have 9.8. So things are going really, 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 really good. So let me move this down here because I want to focus on these lessons. So number 1. I'm going to recap and then sorry, this video is going way longer than I thought. Number 1, do not trade right before going to bed unless you are a person that stays up all night or you're putting a stop loss in, okay? Number 2, do not let the trade keep going bad. Do not let it keep going if you're in the negative. For some reason, you start to go negative, don't worry about it. But you need to figure out before you place a trade what you're willing to lose, okay? What you're willing to lose. Do not let those trades keep going, because they could get really in the negative, and then that's what is pretty stressful. It can be, okay? Do not, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm yelling with these caps, but do not overtrade. 1 to 3 trades per day, okay? Try to contain yourself. Try to contain yourself. And lastly, follow the rules. Remember, if you go to my first video, I'm not going to go over that now, but if you go back to my first video, there are rules when to get into the trade. You know, looking at the candles and the direction that they're going. You know what the rules are. Follow them. Do not make concessions. follow them. Now, if you're testing this on a demo account, I mean, you can test some different things and see how they work and make notes. The other thing I would say, I guess this is one more thing. Number 5 is keep a trading journal and a record of your trades. See, kind of like I'm doing in this spreadsheet. You can even take screenshots. If you learn something from a trade, take a screenshot of it and save it so that you can remember what you did and why you did it. If it's something you did wrong, you want to remember so you don't do it again. All right, so all in all, let's see, not counting this week. Let me go up. I have a running total that I'm keeping. Not counting this week. I got to make sure. I don't think I have this week's pips in there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, I don't have this week's pips. So for the 5 weeks that I've been doing this, my running total is, even with the losses and everything, 231.3 pips. 231.3 pips. Now let's just say, as an example, real quick, and then I'll end this video. You guys are like, she stopped talking. So 231.3 pips. Let's say it was $50 a pip. That'd be 11 grand that I would have made in 5 weeks. 11 grand if I was doing a lot size of 5. So this strategy works, guys. I am fully on board with this. I'm going to continue testing and sharing my results. Please comment below if you have questions. And I'm actually thinking about starting a Facebook group where I will be sharing these results daily and kind of doing some Facebook Lives if you're interested in that. Comment below. I'll see how much interest there is, and I may start that Facebook group so I can share more value with you. Subscribe to my channel. If you have questions about IML, go to tradewithandie.com. It is tradewithandie.com. All right? Thanks so much, guys. See you in the next video. Have a great day.